Kia ora everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video. Today's video is brought to you by the letter A, which happens to be, well, the Atlanta, which is the Tier 7 Premium American light cruiser, very light cruiser. I think it has 8 destroyer turrets mounted on it. It's an AA ship, an AA cruiser, and it's a phenomenally fun ship, if somewhat risky to play. So, yeah, okay then. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a battle replay and also a little bit of a commentary about, where I'm at the game. So I don't really play the game much anymore. And let's get one thing out on the table. It's not the game's fault. I've just changed my priorities, if that makes sense. So, yeah. I found another game. So basically, when I was playing World of Warships Blitz, I think my objective was to try and get every line up to Tier 8. I viewed Tier 8 as being probably the best tier to play. 9 and 10. 9 was way too much of a grind. 9 wasn't fun to play. And when you got to 10, well, it's a lot of effort to get 1 or 2 ships. And I like the variety. So I had a pretty good collection. I pretty much had most ships up to Tier 8, sorry, until the Russian battleship line came along. But then I think I probably went off about the boil about that time. A couple of combination of factors. One is the Russian battleships weren't actually that exciting for me. The British heavy cruisers certainly aren't that exciting, and I'm not really enthralled by the pan-European destroyers. So, yeah. A combination of that, and I found another game, which I won't mention the title of. I have uploaded some videos, and I've got, yeah, definitely my viewer base has voted that they don't want to see any more of that stuff. So, yeah, we won't be talking about that, other than to say that I'm a bit of a collector, and it's a bit of a collection game. So there you go. I am playing a little bit of World of Warships every now and again, and I'll pop up some videos because I do like the game. I do like to support it. And if people find my videos entertaining or encouraging or even slightly educational, that's great. Don't expect me to play anything past Tier 8. I do have the Missouri, or maybe I'll do the Missouri because it would probably be good to explain to people what I do when I get a new ship. I did get the Missouri from the last shipyard rotation, so I've had it for a month or two. I was tempted to get the Cheshire, which is the Tier 8 British heavy cruiser, which I enjoyed when I had it on the press account, but yeah, it's a bit of a gimmick, and the Missouri is such an iconic ship, and it's a real ship, which of course makes for a huge difference. I'm definitely a fan of real ships, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been particularly interested in the Russian battleship line or the British heavy cruiser line, because essentially they are a whole lot of paper ships. Not really my cup of tea. So I probably will come back and spend a bit of time when the French destroyers come out, because I do love my Le Terrible, the Tier 8 French destroyer, which is basically everything the Tashkent wishes it could be. Although terribly inconsistent games because it's an extremely dangerous ship to play. Absolute fun. This pan-European destroyer is obviously bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. He's trying to get his torpedoes away. Hopefully we get him before that happens. Definitely got him before the angles were right. So I'm going to keep traveling this direction because, yeah, if he's launched his torpedoes at the carrier, well, the carrier can take them. So here we are. I think we have ourselves a fair number of kills. We start seeing quite a lot of wounded battleships out there. The Scharnhorst is very low health. We may be able to burn him down before he completely clobbers us, because the Scharnhorst has such poor dispersion. That ship's out of range. Well, not quite, almost out of range. Our friendly battleship there is, well, unfortunately he's gone. And our bot carrier is aiming for that Scharnhorst. So we're going to try and light the Scharnhorst up, get some AA, defensive AA away, and try and knock down some planes. If we can get a fire going on him, or a couple of fires, then that should be enough. And all I need to do is keep my distance so that his dispersion works against him. And it's good that that Prince Idle Predrick's gone down, because that's actually quite a bit more of a danger, I think. The Scharnhorst he's desperately trying to protect himself, get his repair kits back, but yeah, no cigar for that. Anyway, so I am playing different mobile games. I may try and put up YouTube channels for those, but I will definitely keep it off this channel, so you have my assurance I'm not going to pollute this channel with crazy fantasy games. And yeah, so there we go. So as for the state of the game, when I've dropped in and had a look, it's in pretty good shape, I must admit. I've liked some of the game modes. They've got new maps coming out. There's new ship lines. They may not be my cup of tea, but certainly those new ship lines add a bit of variety into the game. Still, the old Fiji is still capable of doing the business. So, you know, some of the old ship lines are not getting too badly power crept. I did take the Nelson out in Respawn and discovered that a lot of destroyer captains hadn't seen a Nelson before. Well, that's what seemed to be the case, because I got an awful lot of destroyers. Yeah, the Nelson, if you're ever a destroyer captain and is competently Captain Nelson, it's probably something to stay away from, because chances are it's got HE loaded, and with David Beatty fully maxed out, it's not a good combination for for any destroyer captain to get too close to. So there we go. But yeah, so I'll probably, when I do play games, I'll probably play ships that I enjoy, rather than just previously I was trying to sort of become a bit of generalist across all lines. So don't expect to see me out in Russian cruisers. They're not really my cup of tea. I'll probably be out in the British light cruisers. So hopefully people find that sort of stuff educational. This is probably the best game I've had in the Atlanta. Admittedly, there were a couple of bots in the match, but there were a couple of bots on our side too, so that sort of evens it up. Unusual to get 5 kills in the Atlanta. Normally the Atlanta just doesn't last that long. And that's often the way with the cruisers. If you can manage to not be the first ship spotted and play it carefully, you can actually get through and get some quite good results, even in a ship like the Aoba, which is, you know, pretty mediocre tier 6 Japanese heavy cruiser. I've still had some excellent games. The main thing is not to be hammered too early. Getting a lot of medals here. A lot of those are par for the course if you get a Kraken Unleashed, especially something like a Confederate. So yeah, been quite a successful game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy watching. You'll probably get videos on a much lower tempo and probably not the same variety, but still. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.